Here I am, Leon C., aka Morpheus, and you are now listening to the Academy of Wow Men. And why here? I am your professor. We got a very important message to give to you, my listeners. It's very important, very vital. Now, I'm going to tell you now, it's going to sound like Barney. Remember the purple dinosaur with the big face and the big white teeth? I love you. You love me. I can't sing the rest of it because I might get a copyright strike. So, fair use, fair use. But anyhow, and maybe even Kumbaya. But like I've explained to you before, I am an equalizer over here, and I am very balanced. I talk about everything because my whole intentions is to help you and to uplift you in the world of scorn and our sorrow. Now, I've spoken about this subject before. You already see the title, so you know what we're going to talk about. But how we're going to talk about it, we don't know. But you're going to figure it out if you sit for a little while and you listen. Don't hear me, listen. I don't need you to hear me. I need you to listen to what I have to say and what the message is trying to give unto you. Before we get started, I do this often, is answer some questions about some of the previous videos and our audios that I give unto you. That way to give you a little clarity on some things. So I'm going to go ahead and just answer one and get into the message because I really don't have a lot of time. So one of my followers chimed in and they asked me when I was talking about what's the title of the audio I just made a few minutes ago. Hold on here. Yeah, the title it was called "I Married a Fool." Okay, I married a fool. That's a recent one. And in there, I was talking about the behavior of men and their bad choices and not being responsible, and the list goes on. And in there, I was trying to call one of my companions, or you could say my companions, to help me out in the discussion because I do it live. All right. And so when I called up, the person that chimed in, they said, wait a minute, you said you have 3 companions. Why did you call up one of them as if you only have one companion? How come you didn't call the rest of them? Where were they at? Okay, fair enough. We're getting ready to learn something right here and now. Get something switched over here. Okay. This is a very good learning lesson, and I'm glad he asked me this. I love it. I enjoy when you ask questions because what's going to happen is we're able to study and break things down. And I've explained something in the other audio, and I made it very clear. I said, I don't need to defend myself, and the truth speaks for itself. Now, when you're dealing with multiple people, such as, okay, it's like this. Having a polygamous relationship, a man having at least, let's say, for example, 4 or 5 different women or wives. It's not for everyone. You got to know what you're doing. If not, you're going to get ran over. And here's the fact. A lot of you men choose the wrong type of women anyway. You don't know how to fish in the right sea. You're supporting bad behavior and you have no principles. So therefore, you have a problem understanding how this works. Now, let's get on to the facts. Me, on the other hand, because I'm in it, because this has been my goal for the longest of time. I've told you about my stories. If you don't know, go suck a rock. All right. I know what I'm doing. That's the key. And here's the catch. I know where my companions are. That's why I did not call the other 2 girls, because I know where they are. I know what they're doing. And I know that I could not call them at that time. I didn't listen. Listen. This is key. You notice I didn't ask her, where was the other 2 girls? Why didn't I ask her? Because I knew where they was. And I knew where she was. That's why I called her, because I knew where she was at a particular time and exactly what she was doing. See, when you get into a polygamous marriage or a polygamous relationship, or you dealing with multiple people that are in your circle, you should know what you're doing. You should know where they are at all times. See, I told you. Look like somebody's trying to chime in. Oh, man. This is bad timing. Hold on here. Look like one of my companions are calling right now. We do this live. Oh my goodness. Hold on. I got to get this together here. Oh man. Live and in person. Okay. Let me give myself one of these. Should have put this thing on mute. Give me a moment and I'm going to get back to this. Go ahead and take care of this responsibility. All right, babies, I gotta go. All right. You too. We'll talk later. No, you can't. Okay, don't talk too loud. All right, sweethearts. Love you. All right, I'm back. Whew. Oh, man. Wait a minute. Okay, they're good. Oh, I do it live. What can I say? I do it live. Well, I'm not going to tell you what happened, but, hey, my personal life is my personal life. I tell you what, I'm always honest with you, but I'm going to be very, very honest with you. Although they are my companions, it's no comparison to an actual daughter. I understand, a daughter, she's 5, 6, 10, 12, 15, 18, 19, something years old. But these girls, they're almost like a daughter to me, because I don't have a daughter. So I take care of them like they're my daughters, and they just the most, I have a good time. I'm going to tell you a small situation before I get back to the subject. Kind of threw me off guard for a moment there. I was in they didn't know, I was getting ready to go into the kitchen, and I was nearing the doorway of the kitchen, and two of them was in the kitchen. The other one was in the front room, sitting down, getting some things done on her own time. I'll put it like that. And one of them was getting ready to go out the kitchen because there's a pickle jar. We always make this pickle jar joke about some women, that they can't open up a pickle jar. And the funny thing was, she was getting ready to go in the front room where I was and say, hey, Daddy, I need you to open up this pickle jar. But the other girl was standing there. She said, wait, let's try to open it up ourselves and make him proud. I said, what? And I heard this. They didn't see me standing in the doorway, and my other companion wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. She didn't know what was going on. I'm just standing in the doorway listening to them. And it was kind of funny because one of them held the bottom of the pickle jar and the other one was trying to hold the top. And it was kind of funny seeing them work together to try to get this thing done, instead of trying to depend on me. Not to say that I don't want them to depend on me, which is fine, but what caught my attention was the girl wanted to do that to prove something or to make me proud. Because most times we make it to be a joke, so therefore she could say, well, I did open up the pickle jar. How about that, huh? Oh, man. It's just it's just little bitty things that go the long way. But anyhow, let me get back to that was a real detour there. But when they call, they're important to me. Like I told you, they're like my daughters. So when they call, when they need something, I got to get something done. That's my task. And they know it. I'm the guy I'm the man in their world. This is my responsibility, and I'm going to live up to it. So if it's in the middle of what I'm doing here or something else, they're number one, nothing less. So anyhow, the guy was asking me a question. Wait, let me write this stuff down. This is ridiculous. I apologize. This is unprofessional. This is not professional. But hey, out of all my audios and videos I've given you, this is an exception to the rule, right? At least I got one out of the rest of them that's, it's not going to be all the time. I'm pretty much good with the rest of them. But anyway, you have to know what you're doing when you're in a polygamous relationship. If you don't know where your girls are, if you don't know what they're doing, you shouldn't be in a polygamous relationship. You shouldn't get yourself involved. And again, it depends on what you're working with. Either you're working with premium product, or you're working with something that's standard, or something that's just basic. So a lot of times you guys just make the wrong decisions. You don't know how to be a man. You make poor ideas for yourself, so you think it's to be a difficult task. You will say it's impossible, and you will probably be the bozo to ask one of your companions. I'm just going to make up some names here. Hey, where's Sarah? Where's Sarah and where's Sarah and Tammy? And the girl's going to say, well, she's, over here and over there. She should be asking you, why do you have to, well, I mean, even though you can, to make things a little easier. And there are some times where I find myself doing that just because I don't want to, go the extra mile. But most times, 99% of the time, I know where they're at, I know what they're doing. But she should be questioning you and saying, how come you don't know where they are? Aren't they your wives? Aren't they your girlfriends? You see what I'm saying? Are y'all understanding what I'm saying? It's no different than having one woman. If you got a wife or a woman, how do you not know where she is? How do you not know where she is and what she's doing? If you don't know where she is and what she's doing, you failed yourself. I'm not talking about stalking. I'm not talking about tracking her. You don't have to track them nowhere. I'm not talking about being a control bigot, because I'm not a control bigot. That's not what I'm talking about. There's ways to know where people are without you stalking and doing the unnecessary. It's just being responsible for what you have and what you have leadership over or with. It's just that simple. And here's the fact. Go back to that audio and start listening to what I was saying. Stop sitting here trying to pick-pack off of these small, ignorant, bullshit type of situations because you're a retarded child. If you don't know how to be a goddamn man, get off of my channel. Go find some kindergarten classroom where you belong in. Sit your ass down in a chair and tell this teacher to continue to teach you because you don't know jack spit. Listen to the message, what I just gave to you in that audio talking about, what was it? I married a fool. Okay, that was the audio. Listen to what I'm saying. Don't hear me. Listen, open up your earwaxed goddamn ears. Okay, or have your daddy, wherever he is, smack you on the side of the head and wake up that little peanut that you got up there. Or maybe your mom was giving you the wrong type of breast milk. Maybe she fed you Similac instead of giving you the real deal. How do you not know how to be a man? How do you don't understand? I don't understand how you guys operate. I don't get it. You don't understand that you are the boss of what you survey. You should know what's going on in your kingdom. Movies sometimes show you that, and sometimes you can do documentaries. When a king is sitting on his throne, he got about maybe let's just say thousands of occupants and people and maids and concubines and servants and regular civilians of his kingdom, right? I bet you when you, as a regular resident of his kingdom, he don't have to talk to you for a week or months. But when you walk in there into his, what do you call that? They called it with court or something like that. It wasn't judgment court, but they call that in the courts of the king. When you walk into his chambers, he's going to know exactly who you are. He's going to greet you by your name. And you know what he's going to say? Hey, so how was that project coming along? You're going to be like, dang, how did you know? And it's going to seem like he never left your side. That's because he keeps tabs on everything. That's what makes him a king. Some of you bozos don't get it. I understand you've been raised by your mother, meaning a broken home. You never seen what a real man was like. You all got one-itis and what do you call that? One-itis monogamous disease. You know, probably CO at the same time. So you can't think straight. I forgive you. I forgive your ignorance. So to answer your question, it's real easy. It's real easy. You got to figure out what you survey. If you're taking the passenger seat of your own life, oh, somebody's not going to like this. Oh, somebody, I'm not even going to go. I'm not going to do it. If you taking the passenger seat, okay, let me put it like this. I'm going to ask you a question. If you're taking the passenger seat or the back seat of your own life in the decisions that you make, do you deserve the life that you have? You know what? This is real. Fine. Let somebody else take it and drive it for you. Or they might just take it in general because you don't appreciate it. You're not the leader of what you do. I make men over here. I don't talk to boys over here. I talk to men. I don't deal with guys who's confused, married men who's got their brains are clogged and their logic is dabbed in femininity. And they're manipulated. I talk to people who are aware. I've spoken about this before. Either you come straight, or when you get over here, when you're already bent, you're really going to be bent when you leave. Simple as that. Zero tolerance. What does zero tolerance look like? What does zero tolerance look like? Ask yourself. Or no, don't ask yourself. You're too stupid. Go ask a teacher. Maybe she can help you, or he. Now, moving on. I'm harsh. Deal with it. The message of today. Again, you see the title. Forgive me drinking on my alkaline water. I met a girl. Actually, let me give you something simple. There was a girl in high school that I had a crush on. She was a very, very beautiful Caucasian girl. Or you could say, I call them light skinned because they're light skinned. Their skin is light, not really white. A black man is not really black. A white man's not really white. He's just more like brown and vanilla. I always got to explain that to you guys since you don't understand. Okay. So I would usually say a white girl is a light-skinned girl, not comparative to when you could say when a brown-skinned guy calls his brown-skinned girl light-skinned. She is light-skinned. I mean, that's just true. Light-skinned. White is really white. But anyhow, not to be all detailed and take things seriously, the point of the matter is she was extremely, extremely beautiful. I mean, she caught my attention when I first met her. She had beautiful brown eyes. She was brunette. She was a very wonderful weight. She was perfect. I mean, she was just exactly, if I were to make a girl for myself, she was exactly what I would make. Okay. Now I can talk like this. My girls already know everything. Well, not everything, but they're in my world. I'll put it like that. It's kind of funny talking like that because I'm not going to get into it, but a lot of you men are living in your wives' worlds. Oh, shoot. A lot of you men, you going into her castle. She's the queen. You're the servant. So you can't say what you want to say. You can't do what you want to do. You got to do what she says. Remember, happy wife, happy life. Happy wife, happy life. Happy wife, happy life. I don't want to argue with her because, when you get to the store, if you say something, she's going to nudge you in the rib. You look at another girl, she's going to slap you in the face. You say something crazy about her, or you try to talk about another girl in a positive matter. Okay. You may find out that one of your testicles down there are missing. Because you put yourself in that situation. She's in your world. I mean, you're in her world because you love taking the back seat. Me, on the other hand, no, I never operated like that. No, ma'am. No. Nuh-uh. I'm not one of those little small, those little small poisonous snakes that you see, black and red, and it just says, what do you call that? Long as a little bitty branch of a tree. There's a boa constrictor over here. I don't play that. Or you can say anaconda. I don't play that game. Not over here. So the point of the matter is, what I'm saying is, that's why I could talk about whatever I want to, because they understand. Most times when women misunderstand something, listen, when women misunderstand what you're saying as a man, that's because you don't know how to explain yourself and you don't know how to communicate. Think about this. When you are a leader, you also are a teacher. Remember I said that several times in my audio, I'm a teacher. When you lead, you are also a teacher. Because not many of your servants or soldiers or people are going to follow you if you just like, well, let's just go. Don't worry about it. When we get there, we get there. Well, why do you want us to light candles? Why do you want us to do this, sir? Don't worry about it. Just do it because I say do it. That's a very dumb thing to do. Because guess what? They need to know what they're doing or probably even why they're doing it. Because you never know. They might be able to give you some suggestions. Uh-oh. They may know something that you don't know. Perhaps one of my girls looked up something on the internet or on Google Maps. And she noticed that there's a roadblock going where we're going now, because I didn't look at it because I'm just in a rush to leave the house. I'm like, come on, babies, let's move. Let's go. They'll get their stuff and their purse and all that. Oh, by the way, let me stop. This is none of y'all business. But there's also a benefit. There's a big benefit out of a polygamous relationship. Guess what? They don't carry 3 individual purses. They carry one purse. One person looks over the purse. The purse is for all 3 of them. Keep that in mind. I'm just going to give you little small nuggets there. Keep that in mind for a second. Think about it. We live a very decent, simple life. Some of you, let me stop. Some of you clown dudes, oh, this is difficult. What are you talking about? You got to pay a lot of money. It's going to be a stressful situation. Hey, little clown. Stop dating these girls in America. Go somewhere else. Travel out of the state and the country. Get you real women who are born to understand who you are as a man. Stop being a damn bozo and make better decisions and choices. Because most of American women are done. I've tried it. Not getting ready to waste my time. Not going to. Forget about it. Getting back to the program here. I know I went off on the rails for a second there. It's just kind of hard not to, because I know how y'all think. I've been doing this for a very long time and listening and studying, and y'all are really not the brightest bulbs in the box. Never have been for a long time. That's why your world over there is the way that it is, because you're dim mentally. Now, kind of threw myself off track. The point of the matter is, they're in my world, period. I don't take the passenger seat. When you understand this, you have a better vision as to where you're going. But at the same time, you need to know how to teach and talk to them as to why you're saying what you're saying. So if I'm talking about this girl, first of all, they're going to hear this audio. They hear the audios. They know what's going on the internet and Instagram and all that crazy stuff. They're not stupid. Okay? And they get the MO. They get the memo probably even before you. So therefore, if I talk about another girl or my past or beauties or something like that, they understand why, because I've communicated with them. You idiots don't know how to, because you graduated from first grade yesterday. and you 40, 50, 60 years old. I'm sorry, you're dumbass. That's your problem. Stick your own tongue in the light bulb. I don't have that issue. So when I say something, I can say and do whatever the hell I want to because they understand. Because I know how to talk. So the girl was a beauty that I really enjoyed, meaning I enjoyed looking at her. She was a crush. She was the best thing in a long time. Okay. And I really wanted to figure her out, get to know her, that sort of thing, date her. But she was kind of at a distance. So I couldn't really approach her like I wanted to. She was one of those girls that I didn't think it would work out because, well, again, I was learning, trying to get my head right. I thought she was out of my league, so to speak, but she really wasn't. So here's the lesson. We're getting ready to get into it right now, and I'm not going to continue to waste your time. I recently got in contact with her, meaning she contacted me. And I wondered who this person was. Right? And I was like, who are you? This is so-and-so? Like, what? Like, I don't know who you are. And of course, my girls, they're like, let's see who this is. See, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. The pick of the girls that y'all get, I don't understand why y'all do what y'all do. I really don't understand. I mean, you got Yale University, you got Harvard, you got IUPUI, Purdue. You got all kind of colleges that helps you with some type of mental tenacity. And you guys are still doing the same. Let me stop. I got to stop. Because some of you don't understand. I got to stop. The point of the matter is, unlike most American women who's going to jump off the hinge, they're going to get mad. They're going to want to slash your tires. They're going to say, you're cheating on me. What the hell you think you're doing in drama, right? Even the most classy, quiet, politician type of female, if she find out that somebody else is trying to come in on you or talk to you, or she's a lover from the past, it's going to bother her some kind of way. My girls on the other end, they want to learn. So you know what they said? They said, who's this girl? Because I want to know what she's all about. Period. Why? Because in their mind, their circle and what's going on benefits them. Do you understand? And at the same time, when there's another female, she's not a threat. It's more or less to the point where they're like, I want to learn what's going on so I can build myself. I don't want to hate my enemy. I want to understand my enemy. So if there's a girl who were ever trying to get at me or flirt with me or something like that, the girls will say what was going on. Like I gave you that example in the library, in the bookstore, when the girl bent over and she was, her ass was in my face. That's one of the reasons why the girl didn't pop off right there. That's why she went around the side and she said, this is a problem. Why would she do that? It was disrespectful. But what was going on? Because I need to learn that way. It's just going to make me smarter. So whenever the girl called in, I'm talking about now that, the girl from the past, that's why the girls was around. They said, who's this person? Because I want to know what's going on with her. So I explained to them after getting to get the information of who this girl was that was calling me. They said, oh, okay, talk to her. Like, what? Talk to her. I want to know what's going on. And me, of course, as a man, I'm curious too. Because this girl, this is all the way back in high school. Not to say that I'm that old, but it's back in high school. That's before my college days and whatever else. And this was a girl I had a crush on. The curiosity was I wanted to see what she looked like now. And my girls did too. Because I've explained my girls to them about that particular situation. Because I really liked it, that girl, where you would say, why was it a valid conversation? Was because this bonds us together even more. I'm not even going to get into details. Some of y'all never going to get it. Y'all here in the westernized world, you're not going to get it, so I'm not even going to waste my damn time. Okay, how about this? You figure it out for your own damn self. Find life for you. Go find Waldo for yourself. Okay? However, the point of the matter is, I said, deal, bet. We're going to go out for coffee. I'm going to invite her. Okay? Here's the point. So we get out there. Yeah, this has a lot to do with the title. It does. Trust me. I'm building up to it. Just calm down, right? So we get out there. We did go to a Starbucks. Oh, yeah. Shout out to Starbucks. Okay. All right, Starbucks. And that's what a lot of girls like. My girls don't like it that much, but I know American girls do. So it's like, okay, well, let's go. You know, just this coffee shop with very sweet coffee. You know, just tell them not to give you too many shots in there of sugar. You know, just, sugar-free or something like that. They do have varieties. Anyhow, I like the banana bread. The banana nut bread, that's some good stuff. I know it's a guilty sin. Anyhow, guilty pleasure. So I see a lot of girls and people walking to the Starbucks every now and then, and we're just sitting there in the chair, and my girls are sitting on the other chair because they don't want to bombard. They understand how other girls think. Okay, so they're very careful not to become a issue. So they were sitting on the other chair as if we wasn't together at all. And who would know anyway? I mean, you got this guy sitting here. How would you know that the girls that are sitting on the other table, how would you know that they belong to him? You won't know. You'll just be thinking, oh, they're just girls from somewhere else. They know how to play the game, and I love it. I love it. I love it, and I love them for it. It's the most funniest fun thing ever. I can do all kind of pranks. You have no idea what I can do. You have no idea. As a matter of fact, let me stop. None of your business. Let me stop. Okay, let's just say it's fun. All right? It's fun. There are even times where if a guy was talking crap and he's just thinking he's a macho man, and, yeah, man, I do it. I get all the chicks, man, and yeah, I'm a high value man. I won't say anything. I'll say, okay, guess what? And I'll get up from the chair and just go like this. And the three girls will get up and walk around me, and I'll walk away with all three of them sitting behind. They're like, what? I'll say, oh, you're a high value man. Go have fun with you and your yacht and your boats, in your monogamous one-itis lifestyle. Be the fool. I got something else going on over here because let me stop. Stop. None of y'all business. Okay, let me keep going because it's good stuff. It's good stuff. So I see this girl walking towards Starbucks door, and she had her cell phone in her hand, and my phone went off. And she said, yeah, I'm outside. And I asked, I said, okay, so what are you wearing? She said, yeah, I'm walking up to the door. I got a black dress on, and I got like silver shoes, and yeah. I was like, oh, so that's you. So I'm looking at her now. I need y'all to check this out. Listen, please listen. This is a part of the lesson here. I said everything for a reason. So this, I didn't recognize her because she was big, huge, and I mean, I don't want to talk about her, but it looked like somebody injected. Let me stop. It was a bad scene, and I felt everything inside just sank, because this was the girl that was everything to me. I mean, she was a beautiful, beautiful white girl, brown eyes. I mean, when I looked into her eyes, that was it. Nobody can tell me anything. If I ever heard anybody say, oh, white girls aren't all that, and some of them, they're just, trash, and they're ugly, and they're so skinny, and they're from the Caucasus Mountain, you couldn't tell me a damn thing, because this girl defeated all that BS. I would have traded her for, listen, at the drop of a hat, you say, hey, you want her above everybody? Yes, yes, absolutely yes. But when I seen her during that time, all I could do, I almost cried. Yeah, I know men sit and cry. I almost cried because this was my crush. And of course, our phones are linked. So I can do a, what do you call that? A group text. Y'all know about that, group texting. So I group text my girls, my companions. And I text, that's her. Two of them looked over there. The other one pretend like she wasn't looking. You know, she's a smart one. She just like sit there and she looked to the side, but she's staring at her, right? She's the girl I told you about in the other audio. And I listen, I promise, I swear. One of them started choking on their drink. The other one spit the coffee out. The other one, who was looking at her from the side, her eyes got as big as deers in headlights. Because she was like, what? She said, this is your crush from a long time ago? What I mean, now you're marrying. What? You wanted to marry a whale a long time ago? What was you thinking? But that's okay. We're going to get into it. We're going to get into the conversation. So, speed up the process of the lesson here. She sits down, right? And of course, my girls just do their own thing. They're laughing and whatever else. And, you know, they're just like, there's no way in hell. And I listen. After it, I'm not even going to go there. After it was said and done, they didn't let it go all day. They was just roasting my ass. No, I mean it. As soon as I got done talking to my crush from a long time ago, they were roasting me. We got into the vehicle, and one of them literally got in my ears, so close to my face while I'm driving. She said, "Really, really." She said, "I'm gonna stop. I gotta stop. I'm gonna stop." She said, "You're not big enough for this, Morpheus." I'm like, you know what she mean by that? You know, this girl's, she's like 5 times your size. It's like, come on, baby, come on. I know I'm trying to drive, right? Anyhow, let me get on to the services. So here's the thing. When I got deep into the conversation with the girl, which I'm not going to say who she is, I said, and I had to, you know, I'm an honest man. You all know who I am already. Even with women, I'm direct. It gets me in trouble, but I don't care. I really don't. Because honesty is the best policy most times. Get it off your chest. Don't bite your tongue. Any real man or alpha or leader or high value man knows how to step in front. Yeah, you pick your battles, but you're going to be honest. You're going to say, hey, this is this, that's that. You don't like it? Well, skip on somewhere else. But anyhow, I'm not saying I'm all that. I'm just giving you an example what those type of men do. You understand? I didn't say I'm those type of men. I'm saying that's what they do. That's what makes them, that's what puts them in that position, because they got to be cutthroat. They got to be serious. They got to be direct. Now, after the conversation, and I explained to her, because you say, why? How did you get in contact? Because I tried so many years ago. That's why. I tried. I was trying to beat at that rock to get water out of it. Trust me. She was the most beautiful thing I ever saw since I was a kid. You know, when I saw her, I said, you know what? I got to have that. I'm going after her. That she was that type of girl. I wasn't going to give up. But then now all of a sudden, of course, you get it, right? This many years later, now she want to contact me, right? In 2022. Anyhow. So I had to ask her. I said, you were only 100 and something pounds, 19 or, you know, something around there. And you was athletic and slender. I said, what happened to you? What happened? She knew what I was talking about. Don't play stupid. You can't play stupid. There's a reason why she's wearing a black dress. It is said when you wear black, it makes you look smaller. Don't play. Don't play. I know the game already. I got 3 companions. They're women. They're not men. They're women. They're not aliens. They're women. Okay? They know exactly what's going on. They fill me in. I already know about that stuff. You know, she's wearing black. She's trying to hide something. Uh-huh. Well, she needed more black than that. Anyhow, I'm just being honest. So she says this. She says, I know what you mean. This is her, for example. She said that she was saying but I was just trying to speak up for her. But anyway, she said that in high school, girls would pick on her because she was very beautiful. There are times girls would, pull her hair every now and then. She would get talked about in the bathroom. Some girls wanted to fight her. Some girls wanted to, just mess her face up. They were jealous. They're actually jealous of her. She came from a good family. They had a little bit of money, so she had some name brand clothes on. She had problems. But the key here is what she said was she fell into depression and she started letting go of herself. And she thought about getting revenge to those girls that was picking on her. To the point where she spent a portion of her time after high school to college trying to get back at these girls and coming up with all kind of sneaky manipulation things, right? And she's done it. Girls will do that. Don't think there's no such thing as a girl that's looking for revenge. She'll find a way. Women, they may not fight you physically, but they will manipulate their way to try to get you lost in the forest somewhere and you hung by a couple of branches. They'll find a way. Okay? So she spent the majority of the time doing that because she could not forgive them for what they done. And mind you, after this, we were sitting there for like at least a good 40 to 45 minutes. So it doesn't take me that long to get into the core, the meat of things, but I couldn't just directly dart her or target her with these kind of things because we haven't seen each other in a long time. You got to be easy. Otherwise, they won't talk to you. However, I got to thinking, and I asked her, I said, so you spent time in revenge against these girls? She said, yes, I did. And I neglected myself and started focusing on evil stuff. And it came out. I said, so you could not forgive them. And because you could not forgive them, you hurt yourself in the process. And because she hurt herself in the process, now she's, that I know of recently, single. She got a dog at home with her. She's practically overweight, stressed out. She don't look like the girl she used to. I guess that girl so many years ago in high school, that beautiful, light-skinned white girl, she's gone. I guess that was just, that was just for my lesson, I guess. Maybe that was the universe trying to teach me something, and just in case somebody comes along, white girls are ugly and they da. I can say now because of her, no, they exist. Why you like white girls so much? Oh, because there was a girl in high school that when I saw her, she knocked my shoes, my socks, and my mind out of my skull when I saw her. So you're a lie because I like what I see, and that's not going to change. There is a Shangri-La out there. There is a star in the sky. Sometimes you just don't see it, nor have the opportunity to lasso it and bring it your way, unfortunately. But getting back to the services of this lesson, She spent her time in revenge and she could not forgive, so she harmed herself in the process. And because of that, she's doomed. Or I can't say doomed, but she's, whoa, I mean, she's going to need a little bit of help. She's going to need some help now. See, a lot of times, her story is the same as what we're dealing with here in the country and in the world. All I hear is people talking about something that happened 10, 15 years ago, and they don't forgive. They don't let go. The problem here now, especially with the news and false allegations and just all kind of unnecessary, our girl will say, oh, 5 years ago, you threw a brick to my car. Or 5 years ago, you did that to me. Or 5 years ago, like, wait a minute. Wait. 5 years ago. You mean to tell me that you spent all this time and energy on getting revenge, or you got a grudge, or you upset and mad for something that happened 5 damn years ago? What the hell is wrong with you? When someone harms you, you don't let them continue to beat you down so many years later because you want to hold a grudge and because they hurt you. You got to use that for power, not for weakness. All I ever hear on American soil, most times America, is someone talking about what happened so many years ago, 5 years ago, 2 years ago, last week. And you use that as a weapon to hurt yourself. Y'all are a bunch of... Let me stop. Stop. The Black Stein's waking up. Oh my God, the Black Stein's waking up. We're in trouble now. Whoa. How the hell are you going to use this time, the only time that you got that you're never going to get back, to hate on someone else, or you can't forgive, or you can't let go? You got multiple doctors. You have therapists. You got school. You got gyms. You got yoga practice. You got music, for crying out loud. You got other people. You got a strip mall. You got money. You got clothes. You got freedom. And you're going to take that goddamn time to be mad at something that happened 5 or 6 years ago? You're fucked up. That's exactly what I mean about most American people. That's why the world is going down in a disgusting ball of foolishness and stupidity. All I ever hear is y'all backtracking, going backwards. Well, last year you didn't buy this. Last year you did that. I'm going to sue him because he didn't pay rent 5 years ago, 6 years ago. Dumbass, it's been 6 years ago. On 1 month of payment. Maury's show, you see it all the time. All the time on the court system on television as well. And outside and inside the court system. All you hear is people talking about, well, he did this to me. She did this to me. He wouldn't pay that. He didn't finish the gutter system 2 years ago. He ran my phone bill up to like $700, so I'm coming in here for, charges and damages. There are multiple ways for you to get that money back and to build that bridge without sitting there and talking about, well, I'm just going to attack him. I'm going to get him back. That's evil. And a lot of you people, and I agree with Jesse Peterson. Jesse Peterson is on point. Most of you, you are children of the devil. You are children of the Antichrist. You are children of this red horn invincible person that you don't know exists, but he exists inside you, because that's who you are. You don't have no excuse. They give you movie after movie, music after music, and y'all still can't get the drift because y'all not thinking with logic. You're thinking with hatred and emotion. On Medea, over and over again, when it was a Diary of a Mad Black Woman, right? The grandma, the mom, set the girl down at the table. She said something very simple that a lot of you dumbasses don't get because you're too stuck on evil. She said, honey, forgive him and forgive yourself. And the girl turned around and said, what? What do you mean? Like, forgive myself? What the hell did I do? Forgive yourself because you hurt yourself by holding on to this grudge that didn't do you no good. So you hurt yourself. Instead of using that energy to do better, you got worse. What my beautiful girl should have did, that crush that I had, she should have kept her head up and say, you know what, that's cool. You just jealous. You know what, I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna go into a beauty pageant. I'm gonna run for Miss America, or I'm gonna be a very beautiful teacher or something. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna be in the front page of a magazine. I'm gonna be a supermodel. She could have did that, but instead she spent that entire time of her life trying to get back, getting angry, drinking, suffering, holding on to something that was already dead. When you hold on to the past and something that's already dead, you're dead too, right along with it. You just as dead as the past because it is no longer here. It's dead. And now in the process, you want to keep harming other people based on the fact that you can't simply let go. You're a bozo because you can't let go. There are too many. Listen, America might be a crazy place. It is. But there is some good here. The only reason why I talk about it the way I do, because I'm critiquing. Do you know what critiquing is? Because I know you can do better. So as a coach, as a teacher, as a motivator, okay, I'm going to give you a mile of criticism and I'm going to push you in the right direction, because that sort of pressure is going to give you a couple of inches to move forward and do the right thing. So a pound of criticism, a pound of heavy scrutiny and telling you that you can do better is probably worth the couple of steps that you might take to start changing yourself. So it may be a crazy place, but there's a lot of faculties. There's a lot of good stuff here that can help you get over your pain and sorrow from the past. Some of you are so stuck on stupid and stuck on evil, you don't realize that you've embodied the evil yourself. Don't make no damn sense. Let me give you an excuse. Let me give you something else. I won pretty much 99% of my fights, right? And I told you about the bullies. There's something I didn't tell you. Some of you know that by my other video that I gave y'all, right? But there's something I didn't tell you. Remember I said I was in 2nd grade and they were like in 6th grade, right? And I beat them up and I had to chase them down and that kind of stuff. I told you about that. But before I got to that point, listen. Before I got to that point, one of those bullies thought they could take me on. So I'm walking, minding my own business, like in a park, because we was at school. There was a park at school in the back. And I'm on the swings. And he walks over to the swing, and I'm trying to avoid this guy. I'm thinking I'm getting ready to kick him. And the teacher was nowhere to be found, as usual. That's okay. I can handle it. I fight my own battles, so I don't cry to anybody. I'll deal with it. But however, he decided to be funny in front of everybody and push my legs up to the point where I fell off the swings, almost broke my neck, right? I was hurting for days because I could have really been in a hospital. It would have been a dramatic, tragic situation. Okay? And it was just about almost in the beginning of the school year because he was known as a bully. This was before. I'm getting ahead of myself. Anyhow. And so, let me do something here. Let me take a pause here because one of my girls are calling in again. It's one of my busy days, so bear with me, and I'm gonna, one of my sweethearts. Hold on, let me go ahead and pause this for a moment here. I never been so mad in my life. I'm back. I got that. I got my situation taken care of. But I never been so mad in my life. Never have. I mean, I was really mad. I was seeking for revenge. I'm telling you. The only thing I thought about, and I'm going to be honest with you, I thought about getting rid of him. And you know what I mean? Because I was tired of him. But you know what I did? I did something that you could say my high school crush didn't do. I did something that most people don't do. Most bozos who need therapy don't do. The people that I've discussed in the past few minutes who stuck on themselves and who don't know how to move forward because they're too dead-minded. They don't know how to forgive. I took that negative energy and I said, you know what? Never again. Started getting to my martial arts. Started doing push-ups and sit-ups because I couldn't really go to the gym. I was, too small for all that. And they had like a age limit of when you can go to the gym. So I started watching, not only with my physical martial arts, I started watching old karate shows, and I started watching, Arnold Schwarzenegger's old CDs. I told you about this before, right? Sylvester Stallone, Claude Van Damme, right? I started watching these guys and say, okay, I get it. And I started testing it out physically and realistically in the real world and getting into tournaments and all that kind of stuff. It made me better. And he was a taller guy too. That's the beauty of it, because he wasn't a little guy. He was a bigger guy. That's why he was a bully. Everybody was scared of him. I said, I like this. So even though I wanted to do the unthinkable, and I had plenty of opportunities, okay? Plenty of opportunities. In home economics, there was some stuff there. I thought about it. Yes, I did. There was even a time where his back was turned and he was sitting in a chair. And I'm just being honest. I'm telling you, I'm trying to teach you something here about what y'all do. It's at this level, but y'all doing it in another way. You do it on social media. You throw people through the mud. You want to do allegations and all this old crazy stuff. You want to sue people because you're stupid. You don't know how to forgive. And some of you call yourself Christians. How can you be a Christian and you don't know how to forgive? How can you love your child or your son and daughter, but you don't know how to forgive? Get the hell out of here. You're rotten. You're rotten. You're rotten. Love have to be practiced all the way around. Oh, so you want to pick and choose who you're going to respect and love? Get the hell out of here. That's what's wrong with America now. That's what's wrong with the common world today. Y'all are evil. Don't even know how to... Let me stop. Stop. Long story short, his back was even turned when he was sitting in a chair one day. Because I had to go into... The teacher told me to go into the classroom and get something from another teacher for her. Right? I had a hall pass that... Those hall passes are really big. And it had a real long string to it. I mean, talking about huge string. Hefty. I'm still mad. Remember, I didn't forgive this guy, so I'm thinking evil. I want to do some damage now. I don't play that. I'm the kind of kid, I'm trying to tell you that I'm the type of person who you don't want to mess with. I'll go completely above and beyond. So I had to get that under control. I really did. I'm careful now, but then forget about it. Good luck. Anyhow, so I go into the classroom and I notice the back of this person and his shirt. I notice his hair, so I look over. It was him. Oh, I'm ready to go. Because I don't give... Let me stop. Because y'all going to get a chance to know too much about me, because y'all don't need to know all that. Y'all be like, oh my God, this guy is... Oh no. Oh my goodness. Get off of YouTube. We need to get rid of you. No, listen. I held this string in my hand. I thought immediately exactly what to do. Immediately. I don't care who was there. I was going to do the deed. Everybody's going to go down, try to stop me. I can care less. I'm going to finish it. But guess what? You know what I did? I walked on past, felt the anger and the energy anyway. But in the school, we also had a back room with coat hangers and everything. So there was a day that we had to stay in the classroom because I think there was it wasn't detention, but it was almost one of those, I can't explain it because it's been a while, where we had a blended classroom because the teacher didn't show up for the other class, and he so happened to be in that classroom, right? So he was being babysitted by our teacher in our class. So they brought their bags over, backpack and books and stuff like that. Oh man. I was a lion. He was a deer. I was ready. I'm telling you, I was ready. But something happened. I had to go to the back where the coats and stuff were and all his stuff was at. And I seen the backpack that he brought in and I got nosy. Yep, I got nosy and I looked into his backpack because I'm targeting him now. He's on the radar, just like some of you do. Y'all looking for revenge. Oh, I hate this guy. Oh, I'm going to sue him. Oh, I'm going to put him under the jail. I'm going to put him under the jail. I want him to rot in prison because y'all evil. Okay? That's what y'all do. Instead of forgiving, moving on, living your life. But no, you want to breed evil. Be the devil. Okay, go ahead. Because guess what? Guess what? Guess what? One day, you're going to need forgiveness. One day, you're going to need God to look over your sins. One day, you're going to do something that you think isn't so big and important. Someday, you're going to hurt somebody. One day, you're not going to pay a bill or you're going to be in debt. One day, you're going to do something against someone else or a group or a company or whatever else. They're not going to forgive you and you're going to understand how it feels. Karma is going to come back to you. Be evil all you want to. Oh, I can't forgive. I'm just going to get him. That's okay. Because guess what? It's going to come back to you. And it's going to be 3 times worse. Good luck with that. That's why they say what goes around comes around. You want to be evil? Get evil. You're going to get what you dish. Now, so I look at his bag and I notice stuff is tethered. His pencils was everywhere. And I mean, he was poor, it looked like, and the strap was broken. And I got to thinking, like, is this boy struggling? Now my anger is kind of receding a little bit. And man, I was like, wait a minute. And he had a picture of his mother in his backpack. No father, of course, but, and he was hugging his mother. And I was thinking, maybe this boy needs some attention. What's going on with him? And I started looking at everything that he had. Everything was old. Pencils was broken. Papers was scattered. And he was trying to write a letter to somebody and it was not even legible. And I put 2 pieces together because when I went back out of the coat closet, I looked at him and his shoes and everything. And I said, wait a minute, there's a connection here. He might be poor, but he might be struggling. Maybe he's just acting out. And I looked I said, wait a minute. Aren't those the same shoes that he had on like several months now? And they like tethered, looked like they were talking to me, right? When the shoes, the soles are separating from the top of the shoes, right? It's talking to you saying, hello. Immediately, my anger started to dissipate. I began to tell myself, maybe I'll go a little easy on this guy. I'm gonna be cool for a while. I'm gonna be good for a while. You know what? I'm good. And it wasn't just because I felt sorry for him, but I thought about why people do what they do. Like now, the study, the lesson. Sometimes people just don't know what they're doing. Sometimes they need forgiveness. Sometimes they just make a mistake. Sometimes things are just rocky. But yet we want to play judge. We want to play God, right? Automatically we want to strike them down. But you don't know what that person's going through. You don't know what that person's going through. Maybe they're just angry. Maybe they're hurt. Maybe they're hungry. Maybe they're thirsty. Maybe they just need help. Maybe Maybe they need love. Oh, maybe that's it. Maybe they need love. Have we forgot about that? And I didn't even think nothing about it. Class let out. I went on about my way. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and drop this because something's not right between him and his struggles and his attitudes and what he's going through. So the day came where now I'm in the judge seat now. Now I can get my revenge without even, I didn't initiate it, just happened on its own. So we're going down to the lunchroom, and mind you, still the whole time I'm still doing martial arts. He made me better, right? I'm pumping iron and everything. I'm becoming a threat to everybody. Okay? Because of this guy. Because I was telling myself, if another tall, big, sixth grader or fifth grader come at me, I'm ready this time. So he helped me. Remember, I didn't use this to get fat, out of shape, start crying, taking my dad's, whatever, to the school and doing crazy. No, I thought for myself. I considered my actions and used it for something better. Listen, I didn't go to the past talking about, I just hate you. I want to get my revenge and I don't forgive you. No, I moved on. I let go of everything that was happening. But you know what? The key was, it came time for judgment. It came time for me to win. Now I'm the boss. How? What are you talking about, Morpheus? What happened, LCM? Finish the story. Okay. During the lunch, there was a steep staircase going towards the lunchroom. Some people say, he deserved it. No. So what happened was he misstepped and he fell down the stairs. Hard, too. I mean, he just fell. Boom, 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 boom. Psh. Broke his arm. How I know this because the next day he came back with a cast on. But he tried to get up and he couldn't get up. The boy was hurt. And I was the one that was, almost behind him. But I was like 5 people behind him. The rest of them just stood there pissing on themselves. What am I supposed to do? I don't know. Where's the teacher? Where's the janitor? Somebody help him. You know what I did? I got out of the line. Because remember, I got muscle now. I'm getting stronger now. I know this stuff now. I go down the stairs because I see he can't get up. He's limping. He's like, I can't move. I said, hold my arm. I got you. Hold my arm. I got you. Let me help you up. Listen, this is the guy who this is the guy who hurt me. This is the guy who was the apple of my revenge. This is the guy who could have broke my neck off the swings. Made me cry. This is the guy who I wanted to delete. But here I am talking about, hold my arm. I got you. Don't worry about it. I got you. The rest of them is looking around like, what are we supposed to do? The teacher didn't come around the corner just yet. Didn't know what was going on. And he's limping, trying to get up. So he's holding on to my arm and shoulders, trying to get up. And I help him up the stairs to the point where the teacher's like, what's going on? I said, he hurt himself. He fell down. He needs to get to the principal's office. Right? She couldn't just leave the student standing. I said, that's okay. I'll help him down to the hallway. Give me the hallway pass. And I'll help him down to the principal's room where the nurse is, and they'll fix it from there. So here I am carrying my enemy. Carrying the guy that I pretty much hated with all my being, helping him. Now, what really rails my senses in this whole story? This is what rails my senses in this whole story. This is how I got the victory. Let me show you something, how this is a story where, remember in the Bible, that doesn't mean be a fool or be an idiot, but I'm just trying to throw this stuff out to you because some of you know that. The story of when Jesus said, turn the other cheek. There's a reason behind it. Because oftentimes If you slap somebody and they turn the other cheek, and if you slap them again, you're going to ask a question. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. First of all, you're going to start feeling bad, or you should. You're going to be like, wait a minute. Wait. And you should if you got a heart. And you should if you have a heart. But we get to the principal's office. I helped him sit down. He knew I was mad. I didn't know this, but he knew I was upset at him for a long time. He knew what he did was wrong. Listen, he knew what he did was wrong. That's why he didn't want to say nothing to me. This is why he tried to keep a distance, and he knew something was going to happen, right? Guess what? I was going to walk away and go out of the classroom and do my own thing. You know what he said? Listen, he asked me, he said, why? That's all. He said, why? Basically, why are you helping me? I hurt you. I almost broke your neck. I could have put you in a hospital. I could have paralyzed you for the rest of it. But why are you helping me? I am your enemy. Why? Do you want to know what my response is? Or shall I just cut this conversation off right now? Do y'all want me to end it right now, or do you want me to finish this? I turned back around to him. After he said why, I said, I forgive you. Walked away. Now, it kind of hurt me because I was just a little bit still upset, but you know what? I felt good about it. I lived a happier life after that. Moved on, never even dwelt on the past of what he did. And because of that, he started helping me with things. He had some things that was going on at home. I don't know where he got stuff. Maybe he stole it. But he started giving me stuff. He'd come to school with something and say, hey, look at this. Oh, that's my buddy over there, LCM. He's cool. Don't mess with him. I'll mess you up. This guy was a loyal follower thereafter. I turned an enemy to a friend. Why? Because I learned how to forgive, even if I could have struck him down so many times. I could have left him sitting on the bottom of the stairs, walling in his own tears, but I let him know that he is not alone. And I didn't hold a grudge against him. A lot of y'all do the same thing. It don't matter what it is. It could be a horrible situation. It could be something that happened when you was a child. It could be something that happened when you were a teenager. It could have finances, or in your house, your husband, your wife, your sister, your brother, your daddy, your cousin, your priest. I don't care who it is. A lot of you are too stuck on evil and stupid. So stupid and evil is going to come back to you eventually. There is nothing more sweeter, not revenge, but forgiveness and moving on. Because when you only think about revenge, when you only think about getting somebody back, you hurt yourself. Because your mind, your body, and your spirit is in the past. So you're dead. You're dead to yourself, and you're dead to your future. So when somebody hurts you, you're hurting yourself further by allowing them to continue to hurt you because you keep dwelling on it. So you're sick-minded and you need a therapist. I see a lot of this going on here in the country today, a lot of it. And I don't think we're going to go back. I don't think we're going to change because everybody's greedy. You're all about money. You're all about self. You're all about revenge. You're all about evil. You want to backbite. You want to talk about each other, and you want to sit there and look silly and think you the king, or you think you the queen, or you think you some special saint and you call yourself a Christian. Get the F out of here. There's nothing sweeter than forgiveness, because what you're doing is you're cutting off the past and you're moving on. Hurt people
hurt people. Just because you get hurt and you turn around, you try to hurt them in the process, how is that going to fulfill anything? Batman told you that. Batman told you that in Batman 1 or Batman 2. When he was asked by somebody, why are you doing this? He said, at first it was revenge. And he said, you don't want to go down that hole. You don't want to go down that hole. Once you go down into that dark abyss, you will not surface again. You won't come back. You will stay in that tunnel and you will think that's the way to live. Somebody slap me, I'm going to slap them back. Sometimes you don't need to slap them back. You slapping them back is going to be 3 slaps back at you. Because this life gives you a lesson. This world is trying to teach you something. And because you're too gung-ho and stupid, you want to act like a child and be some dead-ass zombie because you don't know how to move on to the positive thing. Guess what? You wipe yourself out. That's why your world is crumbling now. That's why I talk the way I do about America. That's why I talk about y'all in the westernized world, because you sick-minded. That's why I discuss things the way that I do. Because hurt people, and there's too many of you hurt zombies going around eating on each other instead of trying to find where life is. Until you learn how to move on to the future, let's go. You're not getting no damn where. Stay in the past. And everybody else is being dragged down with you. All right. That's the lesson for the day. Forgiveness is the way to go. As much as some of y'all don't like it, that's the reality. It's a shame that we too damn childrenish and childish like. And we don't have daddies at home to understand this, but that's the reality. And I have more to come for you. And I know you learned something from this message. I got to get going because I got responsibilities to take care of course. And until next